Hello everyone. We are going to start a class on meninges and cerebrospinal fluid. The main objectives which I am going to cover today are regarding the introduction, dura mater, arachnoid matter, pia mater, subarachnoid space, cisterns and the CSF and applied aspects. So brain is covered by meninges, that's the dura mater, arachnoid matter and pia mater. Dura mater also called as pachymeninx, whereas arachnoid and pia are called as leptomeninges. So various spaces are present between the meninges. So extradural space or epidural space, subdural space, subarachnoid space. So this is the important space, the space between the arachnoid and pia, which contains the cerebrospinal fluid. So brain floats in the cerebrospinal fluid. So coming to the dura mater, also called as hard mother. So it's outermost covering. It also separates both the cerebral hemispheres. It's partition between the cerebrum and cerebellum. It also partitions between the cerebrum and the pituitary gland. It contains two layers, the outer endosteal layer and the inner meningeal layer. In between these layers are present the dural venous sinuses. The inner meningeal layer is divided into four, that is the falx cerebri, tentorium cerebelli, falx cerebelli and the diaphragma sella. The details have been completed in the dural folds and sinuses chapter. So arachnoid matter, it resembles a cobweb, a thin transparent membrane loosely surrounds the brain without dipping into its sulci. It bridges all irregularities of the brain. It also enters a few regions, especially the stem of the lateral sulcus, where it is pushed by the lesser wing of the sphenoid, and the longitudinal cerebral fissure, where it is pushed inside by the falx cerebri. It is not identified in the hypophyseal fossa. It is separated from the dura by the subdural space and from the pia by the subarachnoid space, which contains the CSF and the blood vessels. So arachnoid matter, you are going to find the sheets of, so it forms prolongations around the sheets of the cranial nerves till it exits the skull. So small finger-like projections are seen, which are called as arachnoid villi. These project into the dural venous sinuses. Their main action is to absorb the CSF. As age advances, these arachnoid villi enlarge and form arachnoid granulations. They produce depressions in the bones. Pia mater, also called as the loving mother, so in Latin, so thin vascular membrane. It closely invests the brain. It dips into the various sulci and other irregularities of its surface. It comprises of epipia and pia glial. It forms folds in relation to the large fissures of the cerebellum. It pierces by blood, it is pierced by the blood vessels and nourishes the brain and spinal cord. It forms prolongations, that is, it encloses the sheaths of the forms sheaths for the cranial nerves. It provides perivascular sheaths for minute vessels entering the brain substance. Telocardia are folds of pia mater enclosing tufts of capillaries. Choroid plexus are formed by such pia lined by secretory ependymal cells. The extradural space is a potential space between the inner aspect of the skull and the endosteal layer of dura mater. Vertebral epidural space present between the vertebral column and the spinal dura mater. The subdural space is a potential space between the dura and arachnoid mater. These spaces become actual spaces in pathological conditions. So this space is traversed by cerebral veins which contains the dural venous sinuses. The subarachnoid space is the space between the arachnoid and pia mater. It is traversed by a network of arachnoid trabeculae which give it a spongy-like appearance. It surrounds the brain and spinal cord. So this space terminates at the lower border of the second sacral vertebra. It contains CSF and large vessels of brain. Cranial nerves pass through this space. Coming to the cisterns, so in Latin it is called as reservoir. It's intercommunicating pools of cerebrospinal fluid in the subarachnoid space at the base of the brain and around the brain stem. Its main action is protection to the vital structure situated in the medulla. So various cisterns which are present are cerebellomedullary cistern or cisterna magna, cisterna pontis, interpeduncular cistern, cistern of the lateral sulcus, cistern of great cerebral veins, and lumbar cistern. So coming to the cerebellomedullary cistern or cisterna magna, it is the largest cistern situated between the medulla, cerebellum and occipital bones. It is triangular in section. It bridges the interval between the medulla and cerebellum. Sorry. The CSF enters to the foramen of Magendie and Lashka from the fourth ventricle. It mainly contains the vertebral artery and origin of the posterior inferior cerebellar artery, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th cranial nerves along with the choroid plexus. The cisterna pontis present on the ventral aspect of the pons. This is continuous cranially with the interpeduncular cistern, behind with the cerebellomedullary cistern, and caudally with the spinal subarachnoid space. It contains the basilar artery and origin of antero-inferior cerebellar artery, origin of superior cerebellar artery, as well as the abducent nerve. Interpeduncular cistern, a large cistern. So arachnoid matter passes across the two temporal lobes. It is continuous with the subarachnoid space around the anterior, middle and posterior cerebral arteries. It contains optic chiasma, bifurcation of basilar artery, perforating branches of the posterior inferior cerebellar arteries, posterior communicating artery, oculomotor nerve, cistern of the lateral sulcus. It lies in front of each temporal pole, formed due to bridging of the arachnoid matter over the lateral sulcus. It contains the middle cerebral artery. Cistern of great cerebral vein, also called cisterna ambiens, is a space between splenium of corpus callosum and superior surface of cerebellum. So it contains the pineal gland and great cerebral vein of Galen. The lumbar cistern, another large subarachnoid space situated in the lumbar region of the vertebral column, lies distal to the termination of the spinal cord between L3 and L4, so where the lumbar puncture is done to obtain the cerebrospinal fluid. So main action of these cisterns are arterial pulsation within the cistern forces the cerebrospinal fluid from the cisterns into the superolateral surface of the cerebral hemispheres. It forms a cushion around the medulla. These cisterns communicate from the ventricular system to the subarachnoid space through small foramina called as foramen of Magendie, a median aperture, and foramen of Lashka, two lateral apertures on the roof of the fourth ventricle. The cerebrospinal fluid passes from these foramina into the fourth ventricle to subarachnoid space. Next, coming on to the cerebrospinal fluid, it's a modified tissue fluid present in the ventricular system and subarachnoid space around the brain and spinal cord. The CSF is replaced by lymph in the central nervous system. So this fluid is mainly formed by the choroid plexus of the lateral ventricle and also the choroid plexus of the third and fourth ventricles. The cerebrospinal fluid, which is formed in the lateral ventricle, enters the third ventricle through the interventricular foramen of Monro, then from the third ventricle to the fourth ventricle through the cerebral aqueduct, and from the fourth ventricle to the subarachnoid space in the cerebrum and vertebral canal. So from the fourth ventricle, it enters the subarachnoid space through the foramina, which I already told you about, the foramen of Lashka, that is the two lateral apertures, and foramen of Magendie, a median aperture. The total quantity of cerebrospinal fluid is about 150 ml. The rate of formation is about 200 ml per hour. Total production is about 500 ml per day. The pressure in it is 60 to 100 millimeters mercury. Millimeters of water. This CSF is mainly absorbed through the arachnoid villi and granulations, and it drains into the cranial dural venous sinuses. So function of cerebrospinal fluid, it decreases sudden pressure on delicate nervous tissue. It nourishes the nervous tissue and returns products of metabolism and venous sinuses. It provides glucose and oxygen to the neurons. Pineal gland secretion reaches the pituitary via the cerebrospinal fluid. It provides a cushioning effect in brain. Brain floats in CSF. So no there is no CSF brain barrier. So drugs can reach the neurons through the CSF. So blood CSF barrier, so no antibodies in CNS. This makes infection of brain a very serious condition. So to obtain a CSF, so lumbar puncture or cisternal puncture or ventricular puncture can be done. So lumbar puncture is between the spaces of third and fourth lumbar spines. Anesthesia in the lumbar epidural space, there is a space between the vertebral canal and the dura mater. Meningitis, that's called inflammation of the pia and arachnoid, common in tuberculosis or pyogenic infection, characterized by headache, fever, neck rigidity. Biochemical changes in CSF are noted. Papilledema, the subarachnoid space extends along the optic nerve till the eyeball. So increased pressure compresses the retinal veins, leading to edema and bulging of optic disc. Hydrocephalus, caused by increased formation or decreased absorption or obstruction to the flow of cerebrospinal fluid. So this leads to dilatation of the ventricular system due to obstruction of the cerebrospinal fluid circulation. So there are of two varieties. There's a communicating or external hydrocephalus. So this is due to obstruction outside the ventricular system, may occur in subarachnoid space or arachnoid granulations. Cause is due to fibrosis after meningitis. So features we are seeing is head size is rather large, tense anterior frontanellae, dilated veins over the thin scalp. So that's the first variety. So non-communicating or internal hydrocephalus, so obstruction within the ventricular system. This is caused by tumor or inflammation. So the main procedure is the shunt procedure, is employed to divert the cerebrospinal fluid from the ventricular system into the peritoneal cavity. So assignment, so arachnoid matter, pia matter, subarachnoid space, arachnoid granulations, enumerate the systems of the brain, formation, circulation, functions and clinical aspects of cerebrospinal fluid, and lumbar puncture.